Hey YouTube! Okay, so just some quick background on this video. What's happening is I shared a picture of my rig, my computer setup, on my Instagram, and so my friends had some questions for me on why it was set up the way it is. So that's what this video is about. It's mostly just audio and some evidential pictures that defend my position. And they attacked me most egregiously. Yeah, I'm definitely in the right. So that's what this video is. So, yeah, enjoy. Oh, and also, this is Chris's, my friend Chris, question marks. Follow him on Twitter. He's in my suggested channels on my channel. This is from his feed because I wasn't recording at the time. Okay, bye.
Lame.
You're gonna work on D&D stuff, but we haven't even
Xavier.
had our first session.
Now that I can hear your voice, my
Cat?
boy, why don't you have a case on your computer?
More importantly, Kat, when Xavier shits out, do you want to play Fall Guys or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Xavier, I want you to rest your case on why you don't have a case.
He can't rest a case that he doesn't
Let me
have,
first.
though.
Let me.
Chris,
I would love
like
to
to
join
join
you,
us?
Fall Guys. However, I am supposed to be getting up in about 6 hours
hear a
and
butt.
drive for about 10 hours. So I should probably call it a night pretty soon
Ew.
as well.
Good luck.
Here is my defense. Please observe the Discord.
Okay, let me
I
go
like
look
how
at
he's
this
trying
evidence.
to not use his voice for this.
What is this supposed to make me think? This just further makes me ask the question.
From
That
this
looks like
angle,
shit.
it
What
looks
are you
more and more
doing?
like Mad Max the longer I stare at it.
What are you doing?
And it's being the motherboard is actually being held up by two cases, two you know the old computer game cases that would have like 10 CDs in them. It's being held up by that. It's the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth cases.
What are you doing?
Making poor decisions.
As usual.
Come on, I need some answers here.
This is my retort.
Please. What do you mean?
Please observe the Discord.
No, I'm looking at it. What do you mean?
This is what holds up my motherboard.
Why?
Because it works. And
No.
because I didn't have anywhere to put the hard drive and stuff, so I stuffed it under the motherboard.
No, listen to me. Why do you own a motherboard and an RX 580 and a CPU but not a case?
Because the case I had was too small, and I didn't want to spend money on a
For
bigger
anyone
one.
currently viewing the stream, I'm going to take this image that Xavier shared with us. I'm going to blast it all over the internet.
What? Oh man.
I'm
So,
sure you
hold up.
can't do that, Chris.
No,
So
watch
hold
this
up,
hour.
hold up.
Well,
Did
that
you
looks
buy-
even worse.
Did you buy these PC parts new?
Yes, these are all brand new PC parts.
Oh
Individually
my.
assembled.
So you custom bought parts and then because they didn't fit in the case, you made this.
It's a Frankenstein of computer.
Observe as I pull this up onto the stream. So that way we can display Xavier's
Did you
shame
buy like
in all of its glory.
fans? Does it have fans if it would fit in the case?
Okay, so if you please observe the first photo, you can see the black fan.
Oh,
in the
that's not a
back.
PC fan. I see a random fan in the back, yeah.
That is my PC fan.
So even if you magically got a case, you would not have case fans.
So it's. Let me get a good angle on that. As you can
And here's
see
the other one.
through exhibit.
Exhibit
There you
C
go.
is about to come
There's
in.
this one. And then let me get this last one in here.
Okay.
It loads.
As you can see through Exhibit C, the CPU coolant vent is
Here's that
positioned in
last
front
one.
of said fan.
Look
For
at that
maximum
monstrosity,
coolage.
everyone.
My.
Look at that
Okay.
monstrosity, everyone.
Okay, hold up. How long have you been running it like this?
Since I bought the computer.
You didn't
When
buy a
was that?
computer.
Since I
You
bought
bought
the
an assortment of
components-
parts that you
Since I
punished.
And you laid them on a table
You
on top of
punished
game
those parts,
cases.
my friend.
Anyway,
I'd love to hear some
tell
more.
me the date.
that. When did I get my Vive? Was that 2 years ago?
Oh
was
my
like-
god.
It was working up to get the Vive. So like 2 years ago.
Oh my
it was when
God,
I was working at the
man.
prison.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight to
Yea,
pray
though I
for our
walk through
friend
the valley of the
Xavier.
shadow of death.
There are more important ways you could bless him,
I have
This is
Father
what he
God,
needs.
but please give not just the money to this man
Just-
to afford the case, but the knowledge to know that what he's doing is not an act of God, and that you would be disappointed.
Okay, one more piece of evidence in my defense. I've also strapped a heatsink to
Why?
Okay, I'm
graphics
throwing that up
card.
on the stream too.
Why?
Let's have a look at this shame, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. He strapped a
Cool.
heatsink to
Heatsink.
another console.
So you have a random heat sink, but you don't buy a new case.
Well, the heatsink was from an old computer that I scrapped.
Find an old case.
They're too small.
What do you
He
mean?
can't get his
They
desk
don't
fan to
the
fit in it with it.
motherboard.
What is? Yeah. What is your motherboard?
It is MSI. I don't know. Gaming M7. I mean,
Bro.
it's not-
I know you
I
can't
don't
see it,
remember.
but
I
I'm
don't
shaking my
remember
head
what
at you,
it
man.
was.
Around Christmas, I'm going to ask you for your address. And it is going to be contingent on me receiving photos.
I can give it to you right
Okay.
now.
But before,
Photographic proof that you use it.
before before you send me a case,
Who
know that-
left? Whatever. I left.
before you send me a case, know that I am probably the one who can afford the case most out of any of us, except maybe you.
Yes, you talk about money a lot. We understand.
But
So
this has just been working, so you're just down with it?
if it ain't
It's
broke,
hella broke.
No, it's
don't
broke.
fix
It's
It's
broke.
so broke, my dude.
It's broke.
it runs a Vive.
Listen.
It runs an HTC Vive.
All right, Xavier, I
like-
want you to answer this question. My tibia. Okay, hold on. How do I phrase this? How do I phrase this? I really need you to grasp this.
And just for every viewer's sake, I'm going to cycle back through these images now.
Okay. Hear me out, Xavier. Yeah, let's go with the arm. Let's say my humerus,
Here's the first one he sent. That's what he calls a computer.
my ulna, and my radius. They are all. There's a gap in all of those bones, right? A
In
break,
order
you would
to-
say. My radius is snapped, my ulna is snapped, and my humerus is snapped. Now, if I manage to pick up a ping pong ball with that arm, my arm is still broke, right?
Yeah.
We agree on that. So just because this turns on and you play some games,
It's
does
hella
not mean
broke,
it ain't
dude.
broke.
Okay, I got you the information. It's the X470 Gaming M7 motherboard with a Radeon 2700 8-core processor.
Curtis,
quite
honestly,
nice.
all you could do
Quite
is just give him
fancy,
the
you
information of
might
what
say.
case he needs, and then tell Cat to constantly ride his ass until he actually gets it.
So this man has a gaming motherboard, an 8-core CPU.
And he does not deserve it.
I also
He
have.
treats it so poorly.
I also have
What is this garbage? I still don't understand why you have a heat sink
what are the
strapped
little-
to another thing.
To keep it cool.
By annihilating the other thing you have the heatsink strapped to?
No, because it's
Oh
strapped
my god.
safely. What are the things you plug in, like the stick,
RAM?
the memory stick's called?
RAM?
RAM, that you plug into the motherboard?
Uh-huh.
Why do you check RAM? Because
Xavier, are you gonna join us or not?
I have 2 Corsair DDR4 RAM plugged into there also.
Bro.
So it's like 16 logical.
What case did you have?
It was a case from like an old 98 computer.
Oh. Why didn't you just buy a new case?
Well, because I originally had the case for my gaming computer, which I just bought for like $1,000, and it was like pre-built. And then I bought the other components. I bought everything else so that I could then run the Vive, because I had to upgrade everything to run the Vive. And then once I got the motherboard, it no longer fit in the case.
Just everyone watching, just look at this gross monstrosity. And then go to his social media and shame him publicly. Please. If you find this video years down the line somehow, track him down and shame him for it. Please.
This will
Just
be
your
my
magnum opus,
my,
and it's
like-
depressing.
the big.
I'm just cycling through these images for the viewers' benefit, and I feel like I might be performing some war crimes here.
I have an 8-core processor capable of 4100 megahertz.
You could write a book on what you're doing right now, Xavier. There could be a case study.
In
A case
Making
study in
things
the
work
lack
well?
of cases.
No, in insanity. Like, do you insure your car?
yes,
Why?
because I might get a crash.
Okay. Why don't you pay $50 to house your gaming rig?
Because the government doesn't make me do
So
that.
the argument you gave earlier about the car was a lie.
So the truth comes out. So the truth comes out.
This might be the first time
My
I've heard an
God,
argument
it
for
hurts
governmental
me.
control that I can get behind.
Is there a prop this year to make people put a case around there?
But it makes it really, really easy
Because
to
it's
dust.
covered in
'Cause
dust.
everything's just
No, it makes it easy to get dust.
I know it's time to dust the whole thing because I can touch the motherboard and then the color on the part I touched is different.
That's like every day, right? Because you have it out in the open.
Bro, like what if a moth flies into your graphics card?
Done, bro. It's just done.
Just flies right into the fan. And you hear and smell burnt moth.
Well, that just makes the gameplay crispier.
Second question. What if a piece of metal touches your motherboard?
Like a piece of metal, like the fan next to it, the cords running over it, or
Yes,
the PlayStation
All
next
of
to
the
it.
above.
Yeah, just
I think
just
you hit the
one
nail
of
on the head
those
there.
things. What if you're drinking a Sprite and
No, it's 7-Up right now because they didn't have Sprite.
it drops out of your hands and just
Because
lands
I'm-
on your rig?
Because my distance from the rig,
Oh,
Is
we have
this.
new evidence.
please observe, Your Honor, please observe the Discord.
Would the court please take into consideration this new piece of evidence?
See, it's way over
we are.
there.
Everyone viewing the stream, there is that monstrosity. Look at those disgusting
Oh,
speakers that are
why?
hooked up to it as well. What is that?
What is happening?
Oh, it's
Okay.
just a reflection. There's nothing on them.
That's not that convincing, my dude.
but it is on a very stable.
Oh,
Yeah,
we have
I'll
more
show you
evidence
the-
coming in, everyone.
The actual like when it's actually on. So, as you can
I-
see, the
I can't even
motherboard is
make
being
s-
held
I
up
can't even make
twin
sense of what
tower
this is.
style.
You're gonna need to draw a diagram.
So
and
my
that's one of
God.
your. That is one of your hard drives in between that.
that is the hard drive
Oh
and the
my God,
extended
man.
hard drive. Yes.
Oh,
And
everything
the two
about me
things on the
hurts.
side are the Lord of the Ring cases. The CDs would come in, and they're just on their sides. And I have two of them, so they're both holding
Are
up the
you
motherboard.
kidding me? There
Now,
is
in
no
my
defense. There is no
there
defense.
is
Nothing you
also-
say will ever make this right.
The power source is not directly underneath the motherboard. It is to the left of it. Now, once again, in my defense, as you can see from this picture, the motherboard and all its components are actually on a piece of metal that was part of a computer case. So I'm 5 walls short of a full case.
Okay, in my defense,
You're wrong.
And see, that's nice and fancy. But me, I'm a simple man with the simple needs. See, we have the same graphics card, so our
I
setups are
know,
basically
and
the same.
look-
artist.
look
Alright.
how much room there is in that case.
Yeah.
You could put 5
I'm
of
now
those
going to bring up a comparison photo.
So we
cards
have
in
the
there.
same graphics
I'm now
card.
going
It's
to bring up
basically
a
set up the
comparison
same.
photo between the monstrosity that Xavier calls a computer.
I have similar parts. And this is what they could look like.
But then I'd also have to buy the fans, and I don't actually have coolant paste
Why not?
on the processor because I forgot to put it on.
Wait,
I've never
you
gotten to
are
it. That's why I have to have the.
cooking your CPU.
No, I never get taught because that's what the big fan in the back is for, directly into
Alright.
the into
Alright.
the.
Here's the stream.
Cool, the heat
Here's
sink.
the
Xavier.
comparison.
Pretty sure in one of the photos you sent,
Here's the comparison right now, my dude.
I'm pretty sure in one of the photos you sent, do your GPU fans spin sometimes?
My GPU fan.
Yeah, on your graphics card. Do they spin?
Oh yeah,
Why?
when I'm
Yeah.
gaming.
Yeah, I've had my PC for 2 months and my graphics fans have never turned on because the rig has never hit the temperature required to turn your fans on.
Well,
Because my PC is in a case with intake and exhaust, like it should be.
Alright, I'm going to just pull a few reference images.
so given the
I'm
evidence here
voting
today,
you off the
and
ship.
this attack.
Here's the power source of Xavier's quote-unquote computer. Here's one of the reference images of Curtis's wonderful-looking computer. I'm going to add in a couple more that he sent as well.
You're kind of cutting out, Chris.
No, I'm in.
Did we lose both of you?
Can you hear me?
I'm
Oh.
here. Chris might be dead. He's probably
His
just
probably
yeah.
his heart gave out.
Might have had a heart attack after all these extra photos. Bro. Listen, when you get some people watching your stream, like 10 people or more, I just want you to move the face cam over to that pile of stuff. So check out the rig. You know, Actually, if you just put a photo of your rig on your Twitch description page, more people might watch you. They would be like, "We gotta witness this."
So I looked it up. I was able to open the system. I have 32 gigabytes of solid state from the RAM, the GD.
Well, you have 32 gigs of RAM,
Yes.
and you were leaving it in an open air. I only have 8 gigs of RAM.
What you're
Your
saying
system
is
is
my rig
strong.
better.
No, I'm saying your components are stronger, and you're
Curtis, with your
mistreating them
fancy case.
so poorly. Listen up, bro. You strapped a heat sink on the back of your GPU, and the fans still turn on.
I mean, the heat sink's just kind of there because it made me
It
feel better
shouldn't. It
about
should
What
not
is a
make you feel
Vive?
better.
Is this some streamer nonsense?
the HTC Vive, the VR headset.
That heatsink should not make you feel better, bro.
I can run my VR like Fallout 4 on the top graphics, Skyrim top graphics through my VR with no
I
problem.
hate everything about you, man.
And to use that Vive headset, you have to plug something into your MOBO or graphics card.
Yes, you see this. The white cord, as you will see in a moment in the Discord.
I don't know if I want more photos.
Oh my god, that was really blurry. Weird.
I don't know if I'm hungry or my stomach's upset from this.
Okay, so the white cord is part of the HDMI that goes into the graphics card for the Vive, and then the other HDMI cord goes to the
Here's what he's
monitor,
talking about, everyone. That white cord there.
and then the Vive also plugs into the to a. Then it also plugs into
What
one
does
the
any of
USB
this have to
ports.
do with your computer not having a case?
Oh, nothing. You just asked.
Oh, okay.
But there's also this piece, which I'm not going to plug it in while the computer's on, but
What's your CPU?
AMD. It's a Ryzen 7 2700X 8-core.
I think I'm a Ryzen 5 3600.
There's also this piece, which plugs in and just sits ever so nicely right here. It just lower it down, and you'll
That's
get
just
the
so
imagination of it
gross.
just sitting in there, nice and
That's
snug.
just so gross.
Look,
This-
what is that thing? What is that thing blocking your graphics card fan?
No, it's not. It's not blocking it. It's got about 3 inches of clearance
Okay.
behind it. It's just an angle. But that's what I plug in to then use my Vive wirelessly,
Oh my goodness.
and that also is open air. For
There
that
is room in
footage.
my case. I have an 8-ball in my case. I have room for Funko Pops.
I also have room for Funko Pops. Give me. Where's my Morty?
Because it's a desk, you're just gonna put it on the desk next to the stuff.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Or, you could just literally set it on your graphics card because it's
can't-
exposed.
I can't take any more of this, guys. I'm gonna have to call this. This is so bad.
Oh man.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
You are a
Xavier.
monster. You
So-
are a monster.
Oh my god.
Wait, there's one more photo coming, Chris. The piece de resistance. So if I wanted to, I could, in theory, put a Funko on my case.
No, you don't have a case.
I mean,
Integrated into
integrated.
your build.
No.
Here we go.
What
Here's
computer?
What he's talking about. He's talking about all that space he has available because he doesn't have a damn case. Look at this. Look at that disgusting monstrosity.
It's probably gonna infiltrate my dreams, and I'll have a nightmare. You know, when my PC came in, my RX 5 plug a new one in.
That's a shame.
It was crazy. It like turned on. I downloaded a game, played a game for like 3 hours, and then suddenly my screen was all purple and green squiggly lines, and the monitor was fine.
So, given this attack on my person,
Not attack.
It just
these
comes from-
hostile actions,
Well,
It just
well deserved.
it just
well
comes from a place
deserved
of concern, my
critiques.
dude. Like, you are mistreating that computer.
Given
if that
this
computer was a puppy, you'd
circumstances-
be in jail.
Yeah, that about sums up my feelings.
given these circumstances, I will consider buying a case if
Okay.
you guys point me in the right direction to a
Okay.
case that will fit. Because I do have an extra room now, and that's going to be the room where I play my VR. So I'm going to move all my electronics into there. So I'll be unplugging everything anyway. So I'll be able to reassemble it in there anyway. Like when I moved to Eureka. Okay, so this might hurt your soul a little bit. This story.
I'm gonna take this.
When
image
I
off the
moved to
screen, everyone.
Eureka,
You don't need to see that happen.
when I moved to Eureka,
Mark your
I had
screen
this system.
Yeah.
adults only because this is rated R scary movies type stuff.
when I had this system, I moved to Eureka, and so the way you're seeing it balanced on the stuff and the things, that's how it was transported
You
in my car.
moved this?
This is how I move it.
Oh
And,
my.
like, when I go to Cats sometimes to play VR with them, I transport it thusly.
That is
What do you mean
insane.
by thusly? Do you have another picture?
It's like
Okay.
so.
Okay.
There's
No,
Okay.
don't ask for new pictures.
can Discord do
No.
video?
No.
No, all right.
Yeah.
You guys
Good
have a
night,
good night.
Curtis.
Okay, so
Nope,
all of
no,
the components are on like the siding for a computer case. That's what everything's resting on. So I pick that up, and everything
Nope.
comes with it.
No. Good night.
You see where I'm
No.
coming from, though, don't you, Chris?
The more you unveiled, the worse I felt. I'm gonna try and sleep now, my dude. Good night.